2 million years ago, before fire, before the wheel, before civilization, it all started with a mushroom growing out of a pile of animal poop. Sounds insane. Good. One afternoon, while wandering across the African grasslands, Grug spotted something unusual. A mushroom, not growing in a forest, not growing under a tree, growing directly out of a fresh pile of animal dung. Grug looked at it and thought, lunch. Within the next hour, Grug's brain may have experienced something no brain on Earth had ever experienced before. The idea that humanity accidentally became smarter because one ancestor made history's worst snack choice. Let's go there. Picture the world nearly 2 million years ago. No cities, no farms, no houses, just small groups of early humans wandering across the African savanna, following giant herds of animals wherever food could be found. And wherever you have massive herds, you also have massive amounts of dung. Lots and lots of dung. Now here's the interesting part. In warm, wet conditions, certain mushrooms naturally grow from animal manure, tiny little fungi quietly popping out of poop like nature had opened the world's least hygienic food truck. Early humans lived by one very simple survival strategy. If it doesn't immediately kill you, it's probably food. Fruit, try it. Leaves, try them. Strange roots, worth a shot. Random bug crawling on a rock, extra protein. So eventually, someone was always going to look at one of those mushrooms, shrug, and eat it. According to ethnobotanist Terence McKenna, the person who popularized this theory during the 1990s, those mushrooms may have contained psilocybin, the naturally occurring psychedelic compound found in certain species today. McKenna suggested that small doses may have sharpened vision, improved pattern recognition, and increased awareness. He didn't sample the mushroom. He committed to the experience. Here's where the story gets truly strange. Psilocybin doesn't just create colorful hallucinations. Modern neuroscience shows that it temporarily changes how different regions of the brain communicate. One network in particular, the default mode network, becomes much quieter. This network helps maintain your sense of self. It's the part constantly reminding you, I am me. This is reality. That tree is definitely not singing. Grug had no scientific vocabulary for any of this. His version was probably closer to, why is the sky talking to my elbow? For an early human whose sense of identity was already relatively simple compared to ours, the experience might have felt unimaginably profound. Instead of seeing separate things, he might have felt connected to everything around him. The people beside him, the animals, the land, the stars, possibly even the mushroom itself. McKenna believed experiences like these encouraged entirely new ways of thinking. Maybe the brain began connecting ideas it had never connected before. Maybe imagination became easier. Maybe symbolism appeared. Maybe language slowly became richer. Or maybe someone just spent 6 hours convinced blue had a sound. Here's the important part. Almost every mainstream anthropologist rejects this theory. There is no fossil evidence showing ancient humans regularly consumed psychedelic mushrooms. Human brain size had already been increasing long before this proposed timeline, and there's simply no direct evidence linking psychedelics to the evolution of human intelligence. In other words, the scientific community's response has basically been, interesting idea, but you're going to need a lot more than one mushroom to prove that. Still, it's an incredible question. What if becoming human wasn't sparked by fire, or tools, or hunting, but by one spectacularly questionable lunch? Reality is almost certainly much less dramatic. Most researchers believe human intelligence emerged through countless factors working together over hundreds of thousands of years. Cooking unlocked more calories to fuel larger brains. Living in increasingly complex social groups rewarded communication, cooperation, and planning. Toolmaking improved problem solving. Genetic evolution slowly reshaped the brain across generations. No serious scientific model explains humanity with one magical mushroom, but the stoned ape theory captures something deeply human: curiosity. Our ancestors constantly experimented. They tasted strange plants. They explored dangerous places. They poked mysterious things simply to see what would happen. Sometimes that curiosity was incredibly stupid, Sometimes it was incredibly useful. That same willingness to explore the unknown eventually led to agriculture, medicine, astronomy, engineering, computers, and rocket ships. Different methods, much better hygiene, exactly the same curiosity. So, did Grug invent language by eating one mushroom growing out of a pile of poop? Almost certainly not. But maybe Grug represents something even more important. The first human willing to face the unknown, take an absurd risk, and accidentally push the story of humanity one tiny step forward. Because history isn't only built by the smartest people. Sometimes it's built by the guy who looked at a mushroom growing out of animal dung and somehow thought, yeah, I'll eat that.